and then I've played all the games.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to take a page out of the Foltzy book, and I'm just going to go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, this is a good place. Take your restroom break.
Or, as Corvin would say, I'm going to go poop. But that's not where I'm going. I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back.
You pooping?
Oh, that was great.
That would be bizarre. That's just...
Hey guys, he's pooping. It's gonna take a minute. Oh, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's
6,
taking a long time to poop.
8.
Oh, I'm excited to see what you guys are gonna do. What's gonna happen?
Let me throw.
Internet
Oh my gosh. So we were at the family campout this weekend.
connect.
And one point I was like walking to the bathroom and I heard my mom call my name and she goes, Coral! And then there's a pause and then she goes, Hayward! And I was like, Mom, we are at the Hayward family reunion, so that last name doesn't narrow anything down. There are no other Corals here, and that isn't my last name anymore, so I think that made it more confusing.
63, 64.
DM, you could
65.
pull a bunch of monsters from this book.
Oh, I
Not
know.
that I want you to, but you could.
I have my own books. I have lots and lots of books where I pull monsters from.
I know what book they're taking things from.
Oh, yeah! This is our favorite bedtime storybook.
Oh,
Aww.
Oh, Cthulhu.
Generators!
don't
It's
want it.
wonderful!
Oh, just a second. My internet crashed again. No, mine is
Yeah.
the
Horroring Clay. In it.
book that I'm getting all
Cute.
like these aberrations and stuff from is from the Sandy Peterson's Cthulhu Mythos book that he published for 5e.
guy named Sandy.
He was one of the original creators for the original Doom game.
Ooh.
But look at look at this.
Oh, that looks fun.
Yeah, no, I think I've met one of the creators of Doom actually when I worked at Facebook
Oh, that's pretty cool.
because he helped invent the Oculus Rift, and the Facebook campus I was working at was the one where the Rift was invented. So I got to
Oh.
meet him.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Call it that book just looks so cute.
It is! It is! The most merciful thing in the world, I believe, is humanity's failure to fully conceive of the cosmical horrors we've yet to reveal, and which up until now I have tried to conceal.
Is that what you're just gonna be reading to your children, like as they're trying to get
Yeah.
to sleep?
Yes. I'm sorry, our children will be cooler than everybody else's because they'll be like, what's your favorite book? And they'll be like, The Call of Cthulhu. And then Karen's will be like, you can't play with them anymore, sweetie.
They believe in witchcraft. There,
We're reading it first to make sure it's not too creepy.
right?
My kids will
It
be
is-
like, "What's your favorite book?" And they'll be like, "The 90 Theses of Martin Luther that nailed to the church door."
I'll be like, this is the memoirs of my mission.
yeah.
My father's crazy ramblings.
The
All right.
feminist paper.
Everybody's back.
Mhm.
Let's play first.
I'm just
All
trying to.
right.
I'm just like double checking my. So I'm double checking what was in each dream, and I gotta randomize it because they were not given in the right order. So I'm making sure that I have the information that Larkspur would have. But like,
I mean, the dreams didn't even happen last session. It was.
no, I know, but
Oh.
Larkspur got the memories of the dreams
Oh,
last
that's
session,
right.
so she's
yeah,
like,
okay. Right. Yeah.
so
Okay.
she's
Okay.
gonna well, we woke up. Hang on, I just gotta make sure.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
I see
When
what's
you're ready,
happening here.
Here.
When you're ready, Larkspur, take us away.
Take me away.
Away, away.
Escape.
My special place.
Oh, this what I'm sharing is coming in 2 parts. This is phenomenal. This
Oh.
is what I can. Oh, why are you being stupid?
I'm sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay. Let's say first. This is actually kind of great. Facebook knows, guys. I opened it up to check something, and the first image is of Humpty Dumpty as a eldritch horror.
Facebook knows
That's
a
fair.
little bit too.
Everything is listening to us, except for Coral's
Yeah.
computer. It wasn't listening
I'm
to her.
totally putting this in. When Surgeon and the Eternal Army finally attack, this is definitely the creature that's going to siege the walls. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty protected them all. Through the war and calamity, he guarded the gate. Millennium King Guard, a double-edged fate. Despite honor and glory, the role took its toll. Though they lament his shell, they could not his broke soul. He begged for respite or release his own end. One more war the king promised, but never did intend. For all the king's forces and all the king's men would not stop putting Humpty together again. Oh, that's terrifying.
These dice jingle like Christmas jingle bells. They're metal dice we got for a wedding present, and I love them.
Oh, beautiful. Alright, you ready, Larkspur?
Almost, like 20 seconds.
Alright, I'm gonna switch my name, not from Corbin. We don't need this name anymore.
Corbin's narrating this whole thing.
Yeah. So I heard of the story once of these guys. They were pretty cool.
We are pretty cool.
I heard they destroyed the world 8,000 years ago. What?
What? We did not destroy the world. Yet.
I mean, to your knowledge.
My whole world is destroyed.
My whole world is you, Andrew. What?
My whole world is Nutala. And the Empire, of course. And my forge. And my friends. Wait. That just sounds like the world.
I believe it was like that.
That's what the world. Yeah, that's what your whole world. It checks out to me.
Behind my computer. That looks quite intimidating.
Oh dear. No me gusta.
Me gusta.
Oh,
Right.
yes. Andrew, did you receive the email?
I did. I have to download the video from the
Okay.
drive.
Well, don't do that during D&D because that would just suck.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to totally coral my computer.
You'll become a
Just kidding. I'm sorry. Too soon.
I am sick. I am sick. Why is people being mean to me while I'm trying to not die?
Oh, because I mean to everyone all the time.
Alrighty.
Alright, Larkspur, you got this.
You can ask. You can ask both Marks. I'm always mean.
That's fair. No, you're not. But anyway,
Nice to
Larkspur.
meet You kiss me sweetly in my sleep.
Alright, well, last time, well, last thing I remember is that we'd gotten with these, hang on, I've got to turn down the background a little bit so I can hear myself. Okay, last time, last thing that I remember is going to sleep like in a trance with this guy named Keenan who we found help us go rescue Nutala. And then I woke up and everybody else is awake. Nutala's awake. Absalom has a weird gross arm on his back for some reason. I'm still trying to process this. Everybody else says they remember what happened, and I'd be slightly inclined to think they were all like pranking me. But Ling's in on it, so I think that's a no. But either that or Ling's really improved. Yeah, so... But Natala's awake. Keenan and the other people are dead, apparently. But they said Keenan was bad. I'm not sure what happened. Absalom was kind enough to give me a bunch of memories, but I don't think I got them in the right order. I saw... we were in a dream. Also, it's super weird to have all your memories of something be seeing yourself in the third person. Especially when you see yourself twice from the third person perspective. That was... But... near as I can tell... let's see, at one point, Enrissa was held like a battering ram. Seemed like people went unconscious in there, or zoned out in their dreams. At one point, Prometheus was used as a card table. Yeah, apparently Keenan was with the Society? I'm not sure what order all these things happened in. And, but... Oh, and we saw Natala as a kid? I guess? That was kind of weird. I don't know if that happened before or after. There's this whole, like, alternate me that also... that, like... It's weird to watch yourself, you know? And we fought an Aboleth again? Then, like I said, I'm not sure what order things happened in. And... And I've got a few questions for Natala, because that was... Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But, yeah, I woke up, everybody's here, everybody says that happened, and, oh, and Narissa said something about another surgeon thing. Something about a month. And a bunch of people came in. They did something to Absalom's weird thumbless hand. Or thumbless arm. So it seems better. I don't know that it's good, but it's better. I guess the good thing is, apparently we did it, even if I don't really know how. Yeah, hopefully we get to take a break for a minute. Yep. The end.
Alright.
I know that was a little bit rambly.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's your guys's. It's like it's your autobiography you're writing. It's just fine at the end of this. So as you all are still gathered within that courtroom, which has been changed into the slumbering chambers of Natala, High Priest Rawan and the Nighthawk have both come in and visited briefly. They've said they would like to speak with Natala after some rest has been given. Many emotions are going through all of you right now. A sense of relief that this nightmare is finally over. At the same time, another one has just been presented to you as Nob's head is still in the room,
Yeah, that'll.
along with a vial of memories that have been coded into them, showing that the society knows about Timothy and Amanda. They're keeping watch on them. Natala has told you all that she will protect them and keep them safe. But right now, it's just a time to prepare, relax, and take a little bit of time for yourselves. She's told you all that she has a gift for you at the end of this day. And that's where we left off.
What
Oh, Victorian
calendar
card.
is it?
You don't know. You're inside of this room. You're not sure. There's no windows in here. It is. There's this.
We're in the heart of the fort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Did we ever storm the Grimguard holdout for the Society ever? After the time skip?
No, we still have to go back to Grimgard after they summoned that vampire, whose blood
Well,
is the next
They
part
summoned
of
the
my
society
recipe.
vampire?
Yes, don't you remember? Oh, never
She wasn't
mind.
there for that.
You weren't there for that. Yes, they summoned some vampire from a magical deck of cards that does all sorts of screwed up stuff.
You know,
And apparently it's now his little kingdom.
I think that when we take care of some things here, not today, but I think we've teleported there once before. We could probably just teleport in the inner sanctum once again during one day.
Well, that's depending on what's in the inner sanctum now.
They kill
We'd
us
want to be
all.
careful. We don't know what sort of things are set up there. Also, and I'm just gonna like pull it out of the bag. I'm like, we also have a map of all of the society tunnels in Grimgard.
Oh my goodness.
And then I'm gonna go, and I think I need to buy a bunch of pikes one for every body of every society member we meet, so that they can be.
Hey, lad, calm down.
That
I mean,
sounds
why did I call you that?
Great idea.
I am Prometheus the Poker. What are you talking about? No, but I'm very frustrated
Here, sir.
with the fact that Knob's head was sent to me like this. It's just not. It's unseemly and rude. It's so very rude. By the way, DM, what time of day is it right now?
You don't know?
I just
You know, that is very fair. We don't know.
It was also just asked.
Nikki, how long have I been out? Lecture just
Yeah,
goes,
well, how long
hey
did we-
Nagy, how long were we out? And then it goes, wait, does
What
Nagy
is-
even know time?
Nagy's eye opens up. You're awake. Hi. One and a half cycles? Yes, 1.5 cycles.
It's been a day and a half.
Well, this is you can't hear this. This is all for telepathy.
I forgot about that part. Did we hear Larkspur say, "Hey, Nagy"?
You know, there. High or low?
Hi. Because he tall.
Okay, so if I roll high, then that'll mean that I said it out loud. Okay, I said it out loud. But
I'm gonna be like,
Nagy
I'm like,
responded in my head.
I'm like, oh, is Nagy? Are you talking to Nagy? I'm gonna go, Inrissa, get your knife. Show it to Nagy.
what?
Show your knife to Nagy.
What?
Nagy, do you
Are you-
recognize this knife from? It's called Carcosa's Light.
Oh,
Whoa, guys,
Carcosa.
are you?
I know. And you just hear Nagy respond to you, Larkspur. There's a lot going on. Are you guys okay? Okay. And then verbally,
Think so?
Uh,
I don't remember much.
hi guys. You were asleep for a little while. I was scared. I don't recognize this girl. Hi.
This is
This is the
this is
yellow.
in Rissa. Wait.
What?
Oh,
Talk about Nutella.
Nagi's seen Inrissa, he hasn't seen Natala.
oh, Nagy, that is
I
your
learned that
sister.
disguise word.
That's how it works for me.
I don't know why I said that, but I'm gonna leave that canon because I feel like Prometheus would have said that.
Oh, deception check for me.
Oh, what?
Deception.
Who am I deceiving myself?
No.
Maggie?
Maggie.
Probably.
She doesn't look like my sister.
I mean, don't you consider Larkspur your mother?
No.
Lover?
Prometheus?
Oh wow.
We do share liquids with
Prometheus.
each other.
Ah, so this is your stepdaughter.
That is. No, no, no.
Prometheus! Wait.
Oh wait, who else is in the room?
Wait, did you guys say that? You guys call me Momspur? That's
What?
what?
Oh,
What about
Did you
Mama?
give her that memory too? You should have left that one out. Now she's gonna know we call her Momspur.
I'm not gonna lie, I just gave her a bunch of random memories in no particular order.
What?
I got a little overzealous when I was relaying everything because I wanted to do it quickly and she's gonna be really confused, I just realized.
Yeah, no, I'm super confused. Wait. Okay. Nacho cheese.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
is
so
Nova
the
here?
nacho cheese. Oh yeah, where's Nova? Show her the nacho cheese, Ling.
Nova's here.
Nova, show her the nacho cheese.
You look like a Nova smile as he's smiling, and there's just nacho cheese pouring off of his face.
Isn't that
Wow,
so
very
cool?
Tongue goes
Are
just
you-
licks it all up.
Oh boy.
Delicious.
Like one of the cartoons where it starts at the top of the head and goes all the way around and brings
Yep.
it back down.
For sure.
Good for you.
Nacho cheese
Nova,
just coming
I'm-
out of your mouth as you're saying this.
What? What? Are you controlling this? No. What?
I can
Oh,
tell you that is how I, the great Nova of the cheese, killed the dreaming through nacho cheese.
Well, you helped.
Well,
By the way, I won't have shown Larkspur the memory of me trying to use the ring.
He's ashamed.
that's fair.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah. So Luxfer has like all the stuff where everybody was together, and none of the stuff where. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Alright, well.
How is Natala?
wait, there were
She's
two.
just, she's just sitting up in her bed, just looking at all of you. There's a soft smile on her face, just taking everything in, and like you can see, there's a sense of relief that she's finally awake.
Yeah, no kidding. So, I mean, we've got like a month, I guess, and we need to go do. Should we?
Mhm.
I look at Natala. I'm like, you said you had something for us. Should we do that now, or should we do that later?
Tonight, I think that'll be
Tonight.
appropriate. I'll call you in the evening if you have anything you need to take care of. I have some
Okay,
things
so
that
we
I
gotta,
probably need to check
Yes.
on.
You are
Clones
likely
of
to
myself.
many
That sounds
Oh yeah,
slightly.
yeah, that was super.
It's weird.
Okay, I'll talk with Rowan about that.
And Natala,
oh,
did you know they didn't even kill Grayson, that dude from I don't even know. He's a creepy dude that everybody thought was dead. Anyway, does she know who Grayson is?
Yes.
I know who he is.
She was with us. Yes.
did you know that they kept him
Yeah.
alive?
It's strange. These last couple of days, how everything's happened. I know things. I don't know everything.
Okay.
Whatever the Emperor's thoughts were, it kind of come in and out. Some of it feels like a bad dream. Others of it, I understand. So, I guess now that you mention it, I knew, but I didn't consciously. I'm sorry, that probably doesn't make sense.
Do us a favor.
That makes perfect sense to me. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck happened.
You rescued me, and
No.
thank you.
We would die for you, Natala.
And I would do the
I
same
would
for
rather
all
not
of you.
die for you. Personally.
Well, don't die for me. Like, I haven't told anyone this, but I can die 3 times, is what I found out. Uh-huh. I also
Was that the
cannot
water?
die of old age. Yeah, it was that rainbow water I drank.
I mean, I've already died once.
So,
No, I
I
can
will
die.
die for you, Natala.
Wait.
Do not die for
drink
me.
Rainbow black milk.
That would be a waste.
I do not plan on
Like
dying
for
for
pros-
I don't
That's
want any
not-
of you to die.
Great.
As Prometheus
Cool.
mentions the rainbow water, Larkspur just like thinks back, like trying to connect the memories, and is like, "Hang on a second." She checks her pack to see if she has the heart.
You didn't show me that I had this still? No.
I was like, "Wait,
Absalom's like flexing his other arm. He's like, oh, I forgot.
in my back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever it is, like,
You
all
don't
the
like it.
memories are in Larkspur's head right now, but she's still kind of like trying to process how they all fit together."
Right, yeah.
Wait.
So,
Can Absalom make the arm come out at will and then retract at will?
It's like a bonus action, yes.
So
So I can have it whip out like a scorpion tail and it'll go back.
I was gonna say, so like technically, if we were ever interrogating someone, he could just like make this
Yeah.
grotesque arm pop out of his back and grab someone by the throat. Can you imagine
Yeah.
how intimidating that would be?
Very, very terrifying.
Very.
Just some weird, gross poop arm coming out of someone's back and touching you.
Something different to face
What?
you. Oh, what do you mean to face me? Leave me alone.
But no,
So-
Natala, next time, or anything you find out from them after today, just clue us in, please. Also, if you need us to kill anyone, we're always available for that.
Very available for that.
Tell Rowan that Enrissa is especially willing for that, even though I'd prefer she didn't yet. He's still useful. I'm gonna like look at him like he's still useful, okay?
I wasn't planning on killing Rawan anytime soon.
Okay.
Please don't.
Please stop stroking that dagger.
Well,
It has a trapped god inside there.
I do have things I must do. I look forward to our discussion this evening. Do you mind getting the other high priests together? I would like to talk with them, find out questions
Alright.
about
Yeah.
my father.
Larkspur just looks to the rest of the group, and Mal's like, "Are there any?"
I'm gonna go, Natala, they're probably mostly dead.
I think it's just Rawan.
Did we tell Enrissa? Natala,
Well, there's a number out on assignments that aren't here.
well,
Rawan is definitely the highest ranking that's here.
there was also all the ones that were slaughtered while they were guarding Grayson.
And the ones that were in here trying to get her from the dream that died.
And then there's the ones who got trapped in the dream plane.
Let's not overload her a little bit right now. I'm sure
Just,
that information from a lot of sources is a little strange. I'm sure Rawan can fill her in.
that's
Well,
true.
I appreciate the information. I really do. You all are my friends. Really kind of the only friends I've had. We're kind of all this together. A lot's happening all at once, and I don't know what I would do without you. Thank you all.
Well, we know we would be dead without you, so thank you. But as of right now, do you want us to come back in the evening when you want to show us that those things you were talking about?
You watch as she puts her hand and pulls out a sending stone, like just tucked away in her hair, but she's sort of turned into this little hairpin. I'll contact you.
Wonderful.
Noted.
Wait, do I have
Well-
those? I think I have those.
We will, or at least I'll leave Rowan to you. And I just want to do a quick insight check on Rowan to make sure it really is him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Check insight. That's a 12.
Yeah, there's nothing suggesting otherwise that it isn't Rowan. He's just been very quiet and respectful of what's going on, and he understands what he has to do in this moment to help Natalia out. So.
Ling will come down off the top of the Natala's canopy bed, because that's what I'm assuming that she has. And I will go to the door.
As you begin heading out, Natalia just calls for you. Ling, I think this belongs to you. And she tosses you something, and you turn around to catch it. And in your hand is the doll that you created.
Ling, you play with dolls?
Do the rest of us see this, or those of us with the high enough passive?
She wasn't hiding it, she was just tossing it
Just like,
to her.
Is that
Wait.
a tiny you?
Yes.
What?
Ling, you might not realize it. I don't know if you ever will, but we are your friends. You are mine.
Oh, she has to realize it. I told her we were friends.
I can do a thing. I realize what I can do. I'm gonna pull out. Hang on, give me just a second to make sure if I can really do this.
No.
I want to pull out the concept of friendship from the idea of friendship from my head.
Oh my gosh! You just
hang
give
on.
her the... He's just like, here, take the whole spectrum of bipedal emotion.
Yep. I take the idea of friendship and my feelings for Ling, and I'll put it in her head.
Oh,
Ling's just like, I didn't realize you were attracted to me.
oh, wow.
You're just like, what? I'm not. And she's just like, that was a joke. I just learned how to tell a joke.
Okay, Ling. So you now have and understand the full concept of friendship.
Absalom.
The Absalom giveth, and the Absalom
Wait,
taketh
how
away.
long
With
have you
that,
been
I'll
sitting
leave.
on that?
Okay.
I think you broke Ling. What did you do?
I
Overloaded her poor
I-
brain.
Friendship. I thought it was easier than just telling her.
Wait, you could do that?
I guess.
What? How long have you been able to do that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Like standing there, like holding the mini. I'm like
Ling, are you okay?
processing.
Oh, that might take a while.
Ling will mechanically turn around 180 degrees, start walking out of the room, very just.
She's gonna need a bit.
All right.
I think she's gonna need a while.
DM,
Yes.
this is a question for you, since Prometheus is gonna go off and do his own thing, I think.
Mhm.
In town, or in the palace, would I know of who to go to have a coffin made, and to find a burial plot?
You don't. I mean, yes, you've lived in the Empire. You've lived in Reclam the majority of your life. Being a soldier, training, you've lost friends, battle brothers, allies. Normally, all soldiers are buried within the cemetery, the one that Surgeon has, assaulted. And I would say, yeah, you're able to find a mortician that,
Could, after, well, since I already know where that is there like, so I know realtors were kind of a thing, like people to buy land from, but I don't know how Reclam works as me. Is there somewhere I could go to buy land, or do I know if we have land at this point? Or
as far as like Reclam, the city itself, I mean, it's a large city. Most of the land that's bought is bought outside of the city gates itself, and there's definitely areas that you can purchase land out there.
Is there? Would I know of any property available near my shop?
Your shop is sort of near, kind of near the heart of the city. You haven't been there for a little bit, so people, depending on situations, buy and sell different areas throughout that all the time. It's just how business goes. So you'd have to go and check on it, but there's a possibility that there would be something available.
Okay, I'm gonna go check and see if my neighbors to the left and the right of my building, my shop, are willing to sell.
Okay.
And that will be what I do.
All right. So we'll get to that in a minute. Let me just see what else is everybody wanting to do in this little downtime that you have before Natala calls you back.
I want
I
to
mean,
go
as we're
to
wa-
magic shops.
Okay.
And just as everybody's walking out, Larkspur might hang back for a second.
Okay.
To talk to
Okay.
her daughter?
Gasp.
All right. Okay. So we'll get to that in a second. And Rissa?
I'm gonna be like, hey, Absol Prometheus, how do I answer a letter?
You write more letters.
No, but how does it get to her?
You send it via post.
There's a delivery people. We yes.
I can show you if you come by my shop after later tonight.
There's a standardized mail system.
Great, but I don't know how to use it.
You throw
Alright.
paper at people and tell them to send it to another person who they have
That
no
has
idea
never
whoever
worked.
they are.
Fast.
You guys would also know the reason why you can get letters so quickly. There are different postal areas that have that instantaneous transportation of letters. It costs a lot more money to do it instantaneously, but that is a thing that you can do. Like with your bag that you have Prometheus, so you could go to the one that's right there.
That's
inside.
called text messaging, Orisa. That's the instantaneous.
I
service
hate you
that we
so
use.
much. I hate you so much.
It was kind of invented that with tattoos being able to like drill ink from your finger. Yeah, texting is actually a thing now. I love it. Oh, normal. So you guys would know about that. Also.
We'll explain that to her, and then I will be like, I am off to do some business.
Then I'm
And-
gonna walk up to a random palace person and be like, "Excuse me, where is the post office?"
Right this way, madam. And one of the
I-
guards starts leading you. Ling, what are you going to be doing?
I will be going to my quarters and processing this insertion virus.
Okay, I love it.
Upgrade to your hardware, okay? To your software.
Oh,
I could swear I put it
Greg is
in.
trying to figure out what this means for Ling.
You gotta update your operating system now, is what you gotta do.
oh, I love it. I was not expecting that. All right, so we'll go with Larkspur first. As you guys have all headed off, going in your own directions, Larkspur, you kind of linger behind. Everybody goes through those giant golden doors that shut, and you all see that Larkspur, she's still there, but you still get on the elevator and descend down. High Priest Juan is just standing there, not really knowing what to do. Feels kind of awkward. Natala is starting to stand from her bed and stretch a little. She looks at Rowan and you watch as he finally catches on and exits also.
When he's exited, Larkspur's just gonna say, so I'm still processing, but is that did that happen? Like, to you, did I mean, it wasn't me, but with the...
It's okay. That happened when I was a young girl. I know it wasn't you. Well, it was, but it wasn't. Not the you that I used to know. And not the you that you've lived.
I
she's
know the
somebody.
nightmares sometimes change details, so I...
Yeah. That one, I mean, there were some obvious changes. First of all, none of you were there to assist. It was just her and Andre. Me trying to keep her safe. And she wouldn't let me. It was hard. You know, going through that. Kind of felt worthless for a while. Felt powerless. I don't know what else I felt. Felt abandoned, unloved. But I've learned, I've grown. I don't blame her, you. I understand now.
Well, I don't remember saying it, but... Well... I'm sorry that it happened.
Just this soft single tear that comes off her eye. She just walks over next to you. Not hugging you, but just being within your presence. And I'm sorry for bringing you into all of this.
Into all of what?
Worlds ending, catastrophes, nightmare creatures.
I hardly blame you for any of that. I mean, things were getting weird even before we met.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to slow down anytime soon.
Well, I'm not leaving anytime soon either.
She seems a little caught off guard by that statement that you said. And then...
Like, the not leaving part, or the
Yeah.
anytime soon part, or just...
That you're not leaving. You.
Get in.
I
Is that...
don't want things to be weird between us. I hope they aren't. I realize that I'm not part of your life in that way. I don't want you to feel responsible or connected or feel like you have to be. If you want to, I would be willing to have you be my mother. But if not, I understand that. You're still a member of the Praetorian Guard. Mother or not, still one of my closest friends.
Larkspur's tearing up a little bit, too.
Oh.
Okay, well, you can call me whatever you like. can't promise to be a mother in the. Yeah, that was not intentional. Like that was just something in my throat. That was not like a dramatic tremor. That was like,
Oh, no, you're
oh
good.
shit, something in my throat.
Absalom's just gonna change everything. Oh boy.
Absalom's the real therapist here.
He's just. Is that what the spell's called now? Therapy. What do you do, Absalom? I cast therapy. Oh wait, but think of that.
Oh.
He just starts giving people the different trauma concepts.
Oh no.
Getting stabbed. Don't worry, it's
form of torture, I give them the concept of being tortured.
it's the ghost of a wound.
I don't think it works like that, though. I don't think.
You give someone phantom limb syndrome.
What spell is this?
It's encode thought, and it allows me to give
an
a
idea.
memory,
Oh.
an idea, or a message.
So we've had this the entire time? We could have fixed Ling in the first episode!
No, I haven't had it the whole time. I think I've had it since I was like level 12.
So a while.
Yeah, I was gonna
I don't
say,
know-
because we were level 10 with the end of the Misfits?
I don't remember.
No, you guys
That-
are 6.
6? Oh,
What?
that's just so ridiculous. I like how you're
We
like,
started
We
this
were
one
eight.
as
We were
started right, and we started
Was
this
that
one as 6. Yeah.
So I think we started this one at 9.
Was it? I thought it
I
was.
think I may have been at 9, yeah.
I think it was 9. Yeah,
yeah,
I think
it was
nine.
around there
Just
because
the down six.
we
Right.
went up a little bit because you were like,
Change
yeah,
six.
level up this much because I want to be able to kill you, but not too much.
Right. Yeah. You're
It
right,
was
you're
great.
right.
I still can't believe he's just straight up like, the concept of friendship. And everyone's like, what? You could just do that?
Okay. Thank you, Absalom. I enjoyed it.
Absalom is the best dad. He's just like, you don't understand the concept of that? Here, let me just fill your mind, child. Absalom, worst babysitter. He steals all your parenting moments from you.
I taught your child how to read. What? He's 2. Well, it's kind of annoying
Alright.
that he couldn't read, so I
Let
just taught
Larkspur
him.
finish her moment.
I did not regret that break. That was great. But yeah, I should probably finish. Okay, what were we on before Absalom was talking about the concept of? Okay.
You said that you didn't mind what she.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then my throat was being weird. I can't promise to be like a mother in the traditional sense, but I'm here for you, I guess. I never was any good at this kind of stuff, so. But if you want me, I'm here.
Better tears just going, playing with Ella's face. She just takes you by the hands and looks at you. I'd like that. And then just goes in for just this soft hug. One of a young child just embracing their mother.
And Lex will return that.
After probably a good minute of just hugging, she pulls back. Keep
Does
yourself
she
safe.
know about Nagy? I just realized that Nagy's been here the whole time.
Ah!
She seems to have acknowledged Nagy, but is not saying anything about it right now.
Alright.
Your new lover.
No, Nagy is not a lover. Not Larkspur's lover. You repeat, what was the last thing that she was saying? I know I cut you off.
You've been in the room with her for a while. She definitely has noticed his presence.
I was meaning like I cut off what you're saying that she said when I was asking about Nagy. But what was she starting to say? Like stay safe or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You just stay safe.
Alright. I mean, if she'd looked questioningly about Nagy, then I would have, like, tried to explain, but if she's just like, oh, whatever,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Not questioning it at this point. There's other things that are on her mind instead of why is there this armor. But
Right. Like, she'll do, like, an awkward cough and be like, well, I, guess I'd better let you catch up on everything.
sounds good. I'll see you this evening. She just goes in for another hug. Let you go. Alright, and with that
Okay.
works for where are you going to head off to?
Excellent question. I think Larkspur might just, like, wander around, look at, I don't know, her old haunts, see if there's anything interesting. Sort of
Alright.
just pass the time,
Sounds good.
still process everything.
Okay. And Ursa, as
Yes.
the guard takes you to the quote-unquote post office, the data hub for Reclam, city of Reclam, and the palace in particular. You now that you're not in a rush and you're actually moving throughout the palace, you're finally getting a full scope at how large it actually is. It is big. It is. There's just fine details in the craftsmanship and just art in it. It was definitely a lot of money was spent to create this place, and you can tell just by looking around there is a lot of money that is contained, that like its contents within its contents itself. But the guard eventually brings you to where the information is. You see there's several different scribes currently. There's a window currently looking in, and there's this elven man with this long blonde hair standing, and he seems to be reading several letters as the guard makes his presence known, and he turns and my lady, how may we assist you?
I want to write a letter and send it somewhere.
Oh, why, of course.
So, can I get some paper?
Of course, and he just points to stacks and stacks of paper,
Great.
different
Also,
parts.
I mean, is there like inking pens around too?
Of course, yes.
All right. I take
You're not
some
very
like
familiar with this, are you? Sorry for questioning. I shouldn't be questioning a member of the Praetorian Guard.
that's right.
Is Absalom okay?
Hey,
Is this ceramic?
are you ceramic?
Yes. Yes, I
Oh
am.
yeah. He's totally fine.
That's good. I sorry, that came off strange. I understand that he has talked with me. I hadn't heard anything from them. There were several packages coming in and out for the Praetorian Guard, and I was just making sure everything was okay.
There's been a lot going on with the whole job.
Yes, we've both been very busy. Many places asking why people are being conscripted into the army or what's going on, but that isn't my place. I'm just here to help distribute and receive information. But if you'd like to send a letter, I can definitely assist you with that, or in your own private space. Of course, everything. It's up to you. It's up to you. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna write it by myself, and I'll let you know when I need more assistance.
Oh, well, there's plenty of paper and
Yep.
quills and ink and anything you need. Just let me know.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go over to like a little corner so that I can without anybody looking, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Absalom, your boyfriend's here at the post office."
I don't know what you mean.
The base head one, ceramic.
Okay, what about ceramic? I mean,
Oh, he's just excited to see you.
is he following me? I didn't go by him. I don't think. I'm looking around, just like kind of perturbed.
And I'm writing my letter. I am writing my letter. It is just to Hope, letting her know, without too many horrifying details, that we're alive and everything, and I should be able to visit soon. I'm trying to make it like really obvious that it's me signing this one within Marissa.
Okay.
I'm signing it with a different name that she has picked.
Okay.
Which that's one of the reasons she's not letting anybody else see this. This is
All right.
first. No
All
one else
right.
can see this.
And what would it be?
Haven.
Oh,
So anyway, she writes it, signs it that way, and then she folds it up so that nobody can see anything she's written. And she's like, "All right, ceramic. How do I send this?"
well, first I would need to know where you were sending it to.
Yeah, I'm sending it to the tavern, A New Hope in Fallorn.
Oh, yes, there was a message here recently, yesterday, if I don't know. Yes, we've received a message for you. I'm assuming you're
I got
replying to
it.
it. He has just put it in an envelope, address it to who we would like, and we will get it there. We'll be there within the day.
Okay, perfect. So I do that and I send it off.
All right. It has been sent. We will let you know if there is anything that returns as soon as possible.
Great. Cool. Thanks. You seem real good at your job. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good
good luck.
leave.
All right, bye. You walk out.
Ooh, I hate talking to people. I mean, I guess, do I want to buy anything? Do I want to steal anything? I feel like I should go get some healing potions. I'm gonna go look for some healing potions somewhere.
Are you doing that within the palace or
No,
outside?
I'm gonna go out into the city. I don't want to hang out in the palace more than this.
Okay.
And leave
So
the
you head
palace.
out into the palace. Ling, you're in your room. There is a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
So anything that you want to go over? Anything you want? Or you just Ling just processing it.
Well, right now Drake is reading the Wikipedia page on friendship and trying to get a better idea of what's going on. Mostly Ling is it almost looks like she shut down. She is holding, guys, by the way, Ling has an action figure now.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
the rest of us don't.
Because it was a doll, right?
See what you did there! Oh, you little tricky little sneak! Oh boy, I love it.
Well, it's limited edition. It's like almost dreamy edition. So like, also it's like a sixth of her size or something. I don't know. I don't know what scale the other dolls were.
They were just like typical 8-inch doll.
Okay, that's still a
It's
decent portion of her size.
Oh yeah.
But she is sitting there on her, on the highest perch in her room, which is probably well used, come to think of it. But, she is sitting there, and all she's doing is staring at the doll. And I'm not sure if any external stimuli are getting.
Okay. She just
So I don't know what Nova's doing. He might have
Nova-
commented on Nova.
Nova would have definitely tried checking in to seeing if you're okay, but realizing that something's off, but like you're still here, nothing weird's going on. He will have gone to one of your bowls and filled it with cheese and just started swimming around in it. Every now and then, he'll just say, "Everything okay?" And
No response. Just
no
like,
response. All right. Well, you want some cheese? You can come join me. Can make an entire pool of this. What? No, we'll just go back in. All right. Absalom, Prometheus. You guys were both heading out into the city. You two being the first to exit and leave as you're walking through. A portion of your travels would have been together before you separated along your ways. As you leave the palace grounds, start heading through the streets. There's just this. There's this feeling of relief in the air, but there's also everything just feels quiet and sad at the same time. It's kind of off-putting. The city isn't bustling with life right now as it normally is. There's just this quiet reverence throughout the streets. And as you start to pass by several of the smaller cathedrals, you finally notice why. As there are people walking out of them, many of them looking malnourished. And there are those that are being carried on a journey with just a white cloth laid over them. There are many that are deceased. There are people that are coming, many guardsmen and just citizens around that are carrying them and heading off towards different buildings where it seems like they're storing the dead.
I will lean over to Prometheus and be like, I think that a lot of these people were trapped in the dream when it collapsed.
I don't think there was getting them out. No matter what.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we could have done is had we been faster. Too many good people have been lost as of late.
I also think that, keeping the druids separate from us has been an issue. Because if I think those dream druids were here, I don't think this would have really happened to this scale.
I'm not sure how much of that I agree with, but I do know this. There are teachings of theirs that we should share with the people. I don't know how we can spread that keeping a silver key on you is good for you, because here's the problem with that. Most of these people can't afford a key made of silver. That's a lot of money. Sometimes I forget that. Things just come easily to us now. We've been doing this for so long. I've been a member of the Praetorian Guard since I was a teenager. I've been working for the Empire, serving it. 27 now. And all I've done is fight, and I'm still not fast enough to save all these people. Think, everyone who's alive here, who survived these nightmares, survived on their own merit. All we could do was free them from more nightmares. I feel like we're not doing enough. I try and help whenever I can, and it just seems like we're not doing enough at this point. We literally sent the head of a person, the last person I tried to actively help, in a box. And it's just his. I don't even know where his family is, whether they're alive or dead, whether I could return his head at least to them, or whether they'd even want that. Because it's my fault that he's dead. Oh no, I have plans. He will be honored as a hero. My problem is I don't know if we're strong enough to finish this. I will die I will die as many times as it takes to do this. Until we've finished this. But right now...
Do you mind a quick question? Sorry.
You're gay, ruining my monologue.
Yes, absolutely.
So earlier when you're talking about my arm and the benefits that I got, so when you said I got a +4, was that to the total strength score, or was that to my my bonus, like a +4 to the bonus?
So it increases your strength score and constitution by 4.
Okay, I think I accidentally doubled that. I thought you meant
Holy
to the
butts.
bonus. Okay.
So if you had a strength of 20, you now have a strength of 24, and a constitution of 18 or whatever you'd have it.
Okay, let me fix that.
As you're fixing that, two of them having a conversation. Yes, it's this bittersweet moment. You've accomplished something, but you just feel every step, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But you do see, as you guys are walking down the streets, there are men, women, and children who are looking at you. And knowing who you are, you just see this shimmer of hope in their eyes as you pass by them. They're respectful of you and your position, and they don't come and interrupt what you're doing, but there's just this respect and calmness that comes to them. You see there's one family, a mother with 2 small boys that are gathered together just crying as a white sheet is put over the head of a male that's right next to them, and they're just mourning the loss of their father and husband. But as you walk by, they stop. Young men, they see both of you in your armor and the way that you just present yourselves. You watch as they straighten themselves up and see, okay, we can go through this, and we're going to go through it another day. With you guys here, it's going to be okay. You both continue walking on deeper into the city before you split off. Absalom, you said you were on the search for magic items. What were you looking for?
So I wanted to go to a shop, and I think Absalom would have heard of books that can increase skills that are magic in nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so he hates being mind controlled. And so I think he would either be wanting to go find a book that could increase his wisdom or his charisma.
All right.
I don't think you would know which one to look for between those two.
All right. I will have you roll an investigation check.
He's just gonna
And this is going to determine how long it's going to. Because these definitely exist. Reclam, is a hub for magical items. And everything like that.
Oh, that's an 8.
Okay. As you're going along, a lot of these stores of magical items, they seem to have been just sort of reduced down, just basic wondrous items that really don't give anything of an edge per se. Just little knickknacks like Pearl of Power, just for young adventurers that are starting. As you go through from shop to shop, the general consensus is that for the last several days, there's been this great worry, like people have been conscripted into this army, and nobody really knows why. There's been all this word and speculation of with the attack of the undead, if that has something to do with it. But people are still sort of caught in the dark. And that there has been a decree put out that all very powerful magical items to be brought to the palace to be used to help defend Reclam and its people. But as you continue your search, and this because of this, it's going to take you the better part of your time before Natala eventually is going to call you back.
Yep.
There is sort of an offset shop. You're not finding anything in these magic shops. So you know it's a book. You figure I'll just try. There's tons of bookshops around, varying degrees of things, and just those tiny bookshops that could have who knows what in them. But eventually, you are able to find one. Half elven man is in there, and he kind of just starts searching. You and him, as your only customer for the day, start searching up and down stacks and stacks of old books. They have that musty smell to them. There's a lot of dust that has settled on them, and eventually, what is the wisdom one called? It's a tome of.
Hang on, I'm not sure.
I don't think there actually is one for wisdom.
There is. Tome of Understanding.
Really? What?
Yep. So, you will be able to find one.
Okay.
It is going to cost 350,000 gold.
Say that again?
350,000 gold.
That's more
These
than
books
I
are-
have!
These books are extremely rare, and the sheer power that they grant the user. I mean, as the man is speaking with you, he just goes into detail of people that read these. These books lose their power, and it takes hundreds of years for someone else to be able to use them.
Is there a return policy? Can I rent it for
He giggles. Yes, if you wish to return in 100 years, most definitely, but I will most likely not be alive, and neither will you by the time that it returns.
He's a half elf. He might be.
I know someone that will be alive then.
That is
I'm
wonderful.
thinking about Prometheus now that he can't die of old age, and I'm just,
I can't make that promise, though.
that's.
It's tempting for me not to read this by myself. I hope.
I
you
mean,
understand that.
fair, absolutely fair. Gosh, oh, I don't want to take it all alone. Could you hold the book for me now that I know that it's here?
Of course, I doubt you are a member of the Praetorian Guard. I doubt that anyone would want to purchase it now. I probably should even just turn this into the palace itself, but where it is for personal use.
I mean,
What
I
could
do
you-
represent the palace.
That money could do a lot for me in helping my family out. But,
Okay, well, how about this? So, are you primarily a librarian by trade, or not a librarian, but this bookstore is your income, right?
it's one of the 3 businesses that I try to keep running.
You have 3 businesses. Oh my goodness, you're industrious.
Well, they're not always the best. There's times that they work better than others.
Say, do you own any businesses by Prometheus's Forge?
The other Prometheus, the other member of the Praetorian Guard. I don't make it over to that section of the city very often. I know where it is, but I don't own anything over on that side. I mostly stay here.
Trying to think, because I don't know. If I'm being completely honest, I don't even know how you'd be able to sell this book.
See, that's usually where adventurers come in. They find something, and I'm willing to trade. Make a persuasion check for me.
All right.
With advantage.
Prometheus is gonna sweep in later tonight after you've left and be like, "Hey, Phil, did you get any suckers today?"
17.
Times are hard.
Hmm.
I could drop down 250,000 if you help
Well, I'm
out.
also trying to think of something that I could give in exchange.
Other books.
True. Hmm. The problem is I can only give you things that are mine. I can't take from my friends.
I would hope you wouldn't. To be honest of you. But
Give me just a second. Hey, Prometheus, do you I actually no. Never mind. Forget it.
Forget what? Do I have what? Do I need what? Do I what? Do I do
are
what?
you ever planning on wanting the headband of intellect back?
I had plans for it one day, but I don't think I'll need that or my book anymore. Never mind.
Well, no. What book?
What?
What book?
What book?
You said something about a book.
No, what? No, I didn't.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
What?
did.
Why
Yeah,
is
I must
everyone
have heard it
listening in
too.
on my conversations with myself?
Because this is broadcast to everyone.
That's fair.
Alfred channel.
Slum's dad.
I may technically have something worth quite a lot, but if I'm gonna live forever, essentially, I don't need it anymore.
Actually, yes. Okay. So here's what I'm at a shop right now, and I'm trying to buy a similarly expensive book. Right.
Are you gonna share said book with me?
Well, here's the thing. From what the proprietor of the store said, is that it regains power every 100 years or so.
So, can I have the book afterwards?
So if you give me your book, and if the proprietor of the shop finds it of similar value, and we can do a trade, I could use the first book first, and then I could give it to
well,
you.
I don't know if he'll buy the book from you. It's
Why is that?
it's kind of frowned upon. It's not necromancy. Actually, like Prometheus is like whispering under his, but it's not necromancy or anything. But like, It creates a golem. A living
Will you
golem from
bring
flesh.
it here, and then we'll see if he wants it.
Flesh? That's creepy.
How far have I gotten away from where Absalom went?
Oh, at this point, even when you found this is a time skip. So, like, you're nearing the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
You found this.
Then I'm just gonna be like, listen, just let him know it's a manual of flesh golems. And, I don't know, maybe. You and I are gonna have to work something out, Absalom, but, like, it's a manual of flesh golems. Maybe we'll, figure something out.
Well,
I'll relay some information to this proprietor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna put my hands on the desk. I'm like,
Anything, Anissa?
yeah, I was just gonna say to Absalom, if you can't make a deal with him and you still want the book, let me know.
Yeah, let her
it'll be
know.
necessary.
I wish Narissa was part of this group the whole time. She's so good at, acquisitions.
Persuasion?
I'm a great investigator.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. I don't think I actually got your name. What's your name again, Mr. Proprietor?
Solm.
Solm?
Solm.
Solm. Okay,
No,
Solm.
sold, like this book. Sold!
So, you're talking about a trade with another book. Possibly. Right.
That is possible. Yes.
Okay. I have an associate who recently came in possession of a book. Perhaps not quite like this one. And he may not be interested in this, and that's fine. But it's a manual to build magical golems.
He
Right?
watches his eyes sort of widen. And there are several manuals that fit the description.
This
Some
one,
are
this is the part you may not like, is that these are flesh golems.
Ah.
It's not necromancy, so I mean you can't technically get in trouble for that.
I know.
That's
Even if I
not
had time-
suspicious.
To think on it a day or two.
I mean, of course. I mean, this is a big purchase.
I do appreciate it. I promise to keep it safe behind lock and key.
And as a bonus to the book, I would be willing to. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking of in terms of trade, but I'd be willing to throw in, along with that book, about 100 platinum. I don't know if that's, capiche. But, I mean, I'll let you think on it.
I will think. This definitely before you came in here I didn't even know this was in my store. Tells you how much time I actually spent here. But I will think on it.
All right. Well, I will leave
The
you.
asking price, but it's a lot of money. I'll think on it. I will talk with my family. And I will hope to see you back in a day or two when I might not be here at this time. I might be at one of my other areas, but I'll be back here. Yes, I for sure in 2 days I'll be back here.
Okay, sounds good. I will leave you to it then, and then with that, I will exit the shop and making sure I remember where it is. If not, I can always.
As you're leaving, you watch as he's pulling out this small chest, and lifts it open, and watch as he puts a key in, and kind of waves you off as he's setting the book inside of it and closing the chest.
Okay.
All right. So that's gonna end up taking you. Like the sun is now getting towards evening, for sure. Like Natala is gonna be asking it any time now. So we'll say that's what you do for your evening. Okay. Prometheus, we're gonna go back a little. That's what I love. We can skip through time, and it's great. Prometheus, you and Absalom have separated, and you start making your way towards your forge. As you do, the number of deceased bodies that are being carried seems to get thicker and thicker. More. Well, I shouldn't say thicker. That just increases here. You turn down towards the street, and you're noticing that many of the small establishments that were here were being used to house people that had been unconscious for several days.
I have a question, DM. So, where the location of my forge is in my shop, would you say that is like a more middle class or lower class part of town?
You're in middle class. Yep,
Middle
you
class?
have worked and you have built up your forge. Like you have put the effort and time in to make this.
Okay. And how do I say this? What usually happens to the poorer people when they die? Are they just burned? Is there a place where they can be buried? Is it tricky or expensive or whatever else?
Varying degrees. If you would know if people are found without next of kin, or just those that are homeless, they're usually cremated. There are those that that are on the poorer side, but they get their life savings together to get a little small plot of land for them to be buried in. So it varies, but overall, it's most of the time they're just cremated.
So there's no. I'm assuming there's not very many temples or religious places in this part of the town or the city.
And this part right here where you are now, this is more an industrial section with small markets placed throughout and different shops. There are some magical item shops that are around, just the smaller ones. Yeah, there's several smithies that are around. A lot of textiles are produced or created here.
Taverns, inns, things like that as well.
Yeah,
or
there's oh yes, there's a plethora of taverns. As everybody that wants to get off of work after a long day, they just go and they work there. Or they don't work there, but they head there after work. Decompress from the day.
This might seem another weird thing to ask, but what do I know about property laws in the Empire? Say an entire family died, would their building just go to back to the city or state, or I guess?
Depending on where it is located, it is either converted into almost like a homeless shelter. It can be auctioned off to others, or just converted into different shops or different things, depending on what is needed at that time.
Okay.
And not in this section, but more of the slums of Reclam, which Reclam doesn't have a ton of, but there are some as in every city, where some of those places are just completely abandoned. Those that choose to live there if they want to, or they're left to their own devices, that they just kind of get run down over time, fall apart, and someone will just build something new there.
Okay. While I'm walking to, I guess, my forge, I kind of want to gauge. I'll stop and talk with people along the way and try and lift their spirits as much as I can while still, being on my way.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of want to see if I can gauge what it is these people might need. Whether or not some sort of, I guess, temple in this part of town, or some what service might suit them best, whether that's like an inn or something that like helps people, like, I don't know. But I just kind of want to gauge and see what I can get from them
Alright.
while I'm walking.
I'll have you roll as you're just walking. Are you like, but you're talking with them.
Yeah.
So I'll just have you roll an investigation check.
23.
A lot of people just seem to have low spirits right now. Within the last month, the religion that they had all known has sort of deteriorated and become nothing. There are small religions that are popping up back all around. Different churches and cathedrals are taking up names of different gods and goddesses. So they're starting to explore those to see what they have to offer, which seems to be helping. But it just has been this stressful time right now where you didn't know if you were going to wake up at night or not. Right now, they still don't know. It's still the day when Natala's woken up. They really don't know what's going to happen this next night. Are they going to be the next ones that pass away? Or are they going to be... I mean, there's definitely fear as a large amount of people have just suddenly all passed away. So they're a little scared of that. They're just looking for a moment of peace. Something that will lift their spirits. That answers your question.
It answers enough of my question.
Okay. But as you're talking with them, even you just speaking with them, like, as earlier, lifts their spirits slightly. Being in the middle class, they don't see much representation from the palace. Before Natala was Empress, the Emperor was seen by no one except for the High Priest and then you when the time came. So there's a lot of changes happening within the Empire. Some people are quick to catch on change and others aren't. It just depends person to person. But as you're continuing on, Prometheus, and you get closer and closer to your forge, roll perception for me. A perception check.
20.
You turn down the street and you look down, trying to lift the spirits of others, and you see where your forge is. And you notice that the sign hanging out from the wall that introduced it as your forge is no longer there. You see several bodies being carried out as you get closer and investigate. Within the last several days, your forge has been converted sort of just as a resting area for these people that were afflicted. All of your stuff is missing. None of it's there. None of your materials. None of your supplies, your tools, money. Everything's gone.
I keep most of that on me anyways. I'm not too worried about that.
Standing outside... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
What were you
go.
gonna say?
No, say what you're going to say.
I was gonna say, as you kind of investigate and you look in and you see that, getting a feel for it, there's several people that are inside that are okay. You kind of walk back outside your forge, just figuring out what to do. There's this woman that approaches you from behind, and you just hear soft, sad voice that you recognize. Surgeon's mother, who just sort of taps you lightly on the back. Prometheus, is that you?
I'll turn and I'll say, it is me. It is I.
And she takes in a breath of air and just sort of gives you a hug.
I will fall to my knees and I will embrace this this little old woman.
I haven't heard anything about Surgeon. Is he okay? They said he went to the front lines. I didn't know we're at war. I no one was giving me answers to any of my questions. And I knew when I found you, you'd know something. Is everything okay?
Prometheus will begin to weep a little bit. And Prometheus is going to hold on. How do I put this? Surgeon gave his life for this country, for this people. And more importantly, he gave it for his friends.
Prometheus, I need you to roll deception at advantage.
Oof.
Oh, he didn't. He
It's a
gave
half
his
truth.
life. Okay.
It's a half truth the way you
Poop.
worded it.
I was trying super hard.
No, that's why I'm giving you advantage.
What is this? Deception?
Deception at advantage.
Yeah, it's not gonna help me too much. Oh! Oh!
I
What?
was just saying this. She is just standing there, her expression unchanging. She's not meeting your gaze. She's just looking down. You can see that she's contemplating and thinking over everything. She reaches into her back pocket, pulls out a book. Hands it to you. He loved you like a brother. And he told me, made me promise, to never look at this book. But that if there's something to happen to him in the line of duty, to give you this. And it's been hard every day since hearing that he left. I wanted to go and look at it. There was a part of me knowing that he just wasn't here anymore. I didn't want to believe it. But I kept my promise. I have not opened it. It's for you. When his body returns, you, I don't care what condition it's in. If there ever needs a condition, just will you let me see my boy one last time?
I will do my very best.
Thank you. And as you're kneeling down, she just puts her hand against the side of your face and leans in and just gives you a light kiss on the forehead.
Ah, my
Without saying
virginity.
anything else.
Just kidding, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Without saying anything, she just pulls up this brown cloak over her head and walks down the street.
What does this book look like? Does it look like a journal?
It does. A young boy's journal.
Right in the heart.
I wish I had one. Be great for that golem. I'm going to put that in my bag. And I'm gonna label it in this stupid inventory if it'll stop being dumb. And I'm going to continue on. I guess all the shops, all the buildings in this area are being used for bodies, I'm betting, right? From what I can...
There's a decent amount. Not all of them are. Some of them, are you can't fill them all up for that there.
How many of the immediate neighbors to my building? How many? Or like square footage, I guess. Like, not square footage, I guess just how many buildings?
Getting a head count, you look around, you see 10 or 11.
Like a city block, essentially?
Yeah.
I will go into each one just to check. And I will make a note. Actually, I will write a note to, and I'll send it to, I don't know, the people the letters usually go to, the letter people. And I will ask them about this plot in the city, in this place. And if it would be possible, if it could be, if there could be inquiries made about whether or not it could be given to Prometheus to do with as he wishes.
Rather quickly, you get a response. We will have to ask her Empress officially. There would be a lot of families and people that would need to be paid for that. It would be best to take those matters up with her Empress herself.
I'm just gonna write as a response. Tell her this will be a place to honor the fallen.
And you're just gonna reply back, we shall.
And I guess with that, I'm trying to think. Would there have been a place in the city where growing up Prometheus and Surgeon would have gone to, I don't know, just hide from the world, I guess? You know, when things got too, like, hectic for children in their lives.
There'd be several places. Surgeon's parents and family, they weren't, they were lower middle class, like scraping the barrel of that. So it'd be further away out, and there were many different abandoned buildings that you guys would have had your like little secret clubhouses in until you had to move when someone either moved into the new building or it was torn down or you guys got caught by some guards for sneaking into something that wasn't yours. So there were several of those.
Then knowing that we just kind of made the world our playground and fortress and whatnot, I want to see. I'm just going to try and find a building that's unoccupied. Even if it takes like a little bit to find, I want to find somewhere where I can just sit down with my thoughts away from people.
Sounds good. Roll investigation check for me. What's going on? Larkspur and then Rissa. Individually, you both get your sending stone goes off.
Oh.
Probably.
The
Katrina?
ones for
Mhm.
Katrina.
Yep. The message is brief. I know there's a lot that's been going on, and you have a lot to do. But if you have any time, even if it's just a few minutes within the next couple of days, I would very much like to talk to you. And that's it.
I'll message her back and say, well, got time now?
Maybe there's a lot, especially trying to go through everything that has happened A lot of paperwork. If I have time tonight, I'll let you know.
All right, I've got time today, and I don't know when I'm gonna have.
Okay. I'll try and make it work. If not, I'll do it as soon as I can.
Okay.
Larks would respond similarly, but presumably there'd be like a short gap in response since Inrissa got the immediate response.
Oh, they're not at the same time. I'm just letting you know throughout this
gotcha.
time.
Like,
Right, it's a
Gotcha,
separate
sometime.
message to
Okay.
each one of you. It's meant to be personal. It isn't
Gotcha.
like, hey, it's group chat. We should meet up.
it's
meant
group
for
chat,
both of
except
you.
for I'm not telling you that you're both in the group chat.
Right, exactly.
Private message.
BCC,
Okay.
let's go.
So you guys,
Yeah,
we'll get
Larks.
that.
Yeah, Larks will be like, I have time before tonight.
And you'll get a similar message. There's a lot of paperwork. I will do my best. If it doesn't happen tonight, then tomorrow or whatever. But, right. Prometheus, you were able to find an abandoned house. Able to be kept to your thoughts. It takes you a little while to get there as your streets are crowded. The further in or further out from the city you go, the more slum-like it sort of becomes. And the number of dead is much, much more. You find that peace and quiet, and it's only for a couple minutes though, when all of you, as the sun is beginning to set, get the message from Natala asking you to once again convene in the throne room where she would like to talk. If all of you are okay, we can go to that point, or if there's something that you guys would like to do quickly in between.
Prometheus? Well, hold on. Let me just check and see how long this would take for what I was thinking.
Alright, you look on that. Ling, you were about to say something? I think they froze. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I think. Good.
Oh, can you hear us?
Hello? Are we back?
Yeah, you guys are here. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ling is broken because so much of her kind of based on this no emotion thing and friendship. Well, that's like if that's not an emotion, it's like
A lot of emotions.
very, very close friends with, and she's not responding to external stimuli, including any calls or any sendings.
But
Alright.
can I have purchased a few healing potions during the day?
Yes, you can definitely. Yes.
I'm... Yeah. I figured it out. I'm gonna do what I was planning on. Even after getting the thing. I'm going to take 10 minutes. And I'm going to pull Knob's head out of my bag. Once I'm alone. And I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. As it has been similar before, as your hammer strikes the ground, the radiant energy sparks fly off of it and fill Knob's eye sockets and lighten them up as you watch. As the mouth opens, Knob is just looking at you. What would you like to ask?
Knob, did your family live?
I don't know.
What would you have me do to those who did this to you?
There is a pause. Usually the responses come rather quickly. show them how good of a person you were. And you are. Like you showed me.
I don't like that answer, but fine. How would you feel about being the patron of a bar, or a pub, or an inn?
I very much so like that tiefling girl. I don't know if I want to be the patron, but if I could help or be an image for her, that would be nice.
I'm thinking a statue like my friend Nora. And instead, I will create another one, a bigger one. And I will call it a polished knob. And it'll be a bronze statue of you in your nicest clothing. How do you feel about that?
Here, the slight chuckle. I like that.
I think that was all 5 of my questions.
I feel like that was
That was 4.
4.
Was that 4?
Yeah,
Sweet.
that was 4. Yep.
I know exactly how to count so much. Good. Oh, I had a 5th question planned. Duh, idiot self. After that, Prometheus, who's probably already on his knees for all of this, will look right into the eyes of Nob's head, and he will begin just weeping unabashedly. And he will say, "Can you ever forgive me, Nob?"
You weren't the one that messed up. I was me. You were a good friend. I don't blame you. And with that, the eyes just sink down, the mouth just hangs open, and the head goes still.
Well, thank goodness that only takes 10 minutes, because that'll give Prometheus plenty of time to calm himself. But in this small room with this head and the material he has on him, Prometheus will, hold on, let me make sure that this works the way I hope it does. Prometheus will take another 10 minutes. He doesn't care about being late at this point. And with that, he will cast Fabricate. And I've been debating what he would do, but I think Prometheus would take some of the metal that he has in his bag, which is mostly adamantine or mithril, and I think in adamantine he will have the flesh stripped from Nob's skull, right, as part of the Fabricate spell, and it will be coated in the visage of Nob, obviously, but a small statue of adamantine of Nob's head, his face, with that smile of his.
Yep.
Will be made, and just from the surrounding, wood in this room, because Prometheus just doesn't care at this point, like a shadow box right?
Okay.
The glass from the window, whatever else,
Mhm.
a shadow box around this, and then he will move that box into his bag,
Okay.
and from there, he will head to the palace.
All of you begin converging back to the throne room.
Exactly.
Nova is definitely concerned with you. I'm gonna say at some point he leaves. You're not even aware of it. And then Paula enters the room, and she's gonna cast Calm Emotions on you, Ling.
Okay. I've just been trying to think through all this time, like how Ling works and how this has interrupted her processes. But calm emotions. Okay. Ling will yeah. Ling will go ahead and stand up, mechanically put the doll down after processing a moment, and then we'll stand ready to receive a command.
So you're just kind of standing there. Natala looks down at you. Nova's informed me of everything that's going on. And if you don't want this, you don't have to have it. What Absalom did was out of the good of his heart, and I agree with it, but if it's going to cause you to do this, then I can take it away, if you would like.
Unknown.
Okay. You can get back to me. Just know that option is there. She's gonna step over beside you and just put her head down on your shoulder and guide you out. Eventually, all of you make it. Wow, thanks. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lovely. Okay, eventually.
That's the wrong hand, dang it.
That's fine.
That's not
eventually,
Control C.
You don't know what game exists he's using.
Anyway, yes.
Anyway. Alright. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, okay, we're good. After it's a bit of time. Okay, now we're good. As you're all trickling, Prometheus being the furthest away from the palace will take the longest to get there.
Or he could teleport.
And good. Didn't say he was going to, so assuming he didn't. But you'll once again come together in the throne room, and it's just all of you in a toilet. You can see there's this nervous energy about her, trying not to pace, but she is pacing slightly back and forth and rubbing her hands together. Makes just small conversation with you all as you all enter in, asking how your day has been and how things have been going. And as Prometheus enters in, she looks at all of you. I know this isn't enough, and I hope that I can do more for all of you. You all have saved me now multiple times. And shown me friendship and family. And so this is sort of a gift to all of you. She pauses for a moment. And you all hear this soft voice of Natala in your head. It says, to all the citizens of Requiem, this evening there has been much mourning, much sorrow. But to those that want to see something to bring them hope, head outside when the stars are out and look to the sky. And it ends. She looks at all of you and, oh, that's the setup. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. He starts to smile and to make sure that all of you are close and all of you feel. I'm assuming all of you are willing. She's gonna teleport.
Yep.
Teleport you all. Kind of need a difference. A little change in the music. Something that's so nice, but.
We're fucking Coco Pops. Stupid.
You all get teleported, and you find yourselves outside of the city of Requiem, and you're on top of this hill, and you're looking out, and you see just out. And Rissa, like, for you, this is really the first time you've seen it out. You've seen Requiem from the inside, but this city is massive.
Whoa.
There are massive spires and cathedrals and buildings with these great white marble walls that surround the city. It's beautiful, and with the moonlight striking down, the marble it shimmers and has different light to it. They're all standing on this great hill that overlooks the city. That's quite a ways off from it. Good solid mile or two. As you're all looking around, Natala motions for all of you to turn around, and you see this giant pentagonal shaped building that is beautiful. Has the same type marble that the walls of Requiem are made out of. I made this for all of you. Sort of a symbol of my love. Yeah. But it's kind of special. She looks at you, Prometheus. You can't just summon it like you used to be able to, but it has similar properties to that key that you had, but it's individual for each one of you. She starts to walk you around the perimeter. You're looking at this giant marble building. The top roof of it's this beautiful domed shape, and it almost looks like this golden bronze color. And on each side, there's this giant window, and in it is an image of each one of you. But just in stained glass. It's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. She walks around, as you all circle around, she's just talking. Each one of these is kind of a new home, a new place of refuge for each one of you. I hope you forgive me, Prometheus. I probably should have warned you, but I relocated your forge today, along with different symbols of Helm. wing, there is a shooting range that goes on for miles in your section. Larkspur, there's all the alcohol you can find, along with all the instruments that you would ever like.
Mom, you're a drunk.
There's Inrissa. I don't know you as well yet, but I thought of something just comforting. And inside there are many challenging locks that you might be able to practice on, just as a little gift, but it's kind of how whatever you want it to be. I kind of got the general idea, but however you imagine it to be, it's going to be yours. Absalom, I tried to make the strongest, most durable dummies, practice dummies in there that I could make. Hopefully, and she looks back at your sword. It can withstand them a little better than some of the ones that are there in the palace.
I'm gonna hug her and be like, they always fall apart.
These ones will always come back, even if you do destroy them. You just have to think about it. There is a central area for all of you whenever you want to just commune, be with each other. It's just there. And the most special part of this, I think, is there at the top, and she points towards the dome. And you all blink, and you find yourselves as you're once again teleported into this, like, looking from the outside, it was a massive building, but this is infinitely big. It is
Whoa.
ginormous. You still see each one of the stained glass windows, and in it, even though there were only 5 sides, there's also a section for Natala. I'm not for Natala, sorry, for Nora.
Aw.
That's there also. There is this giant telescope in the center of the room.
Whoa.
There are many worlds out there. It's all beautiful. When we look up to the skies, we see space. We see the unknown. We also see the light that is shown. And all of you have brought that light to me and to others. Natala, she looks at the telescope and it just disappears. And says, don't worry, I'll stay here if you wish. And replacing it is a single anvil and this hammer, Prometheus. But where the head of the hammer is, it is just... It's almost as if this tiny cosmos is inside of it, and you see all of the colors of space and stars within it. I am not trained as a smith by any means, so I might require your assistance with this Prometheus. But I think... I know many of you have the title of the Praetorian Guard. I feel this might be a little childish of me, but in all the stories, all the heroes, they have a cool title. And in all of them, they have a constellation after all of them. I want to give that to each one of you. You're the heroes. You've saved me, you've saved Reclam, and you're going to continue doing it. And I want everyone, not even those in Reclam, to know of all of your deeds. She motions for you to step over towards the hammer. Now, I know I'm not the best with names or coming up with them, but if you don't like them, I'm sorry. I was thinking really hard, and each one has a meaning. Where you're going to be, well, kind of forging these stars, Prometheus. I figured I'd go with you first. You're no longer just Prometheus. Prometheus first forged. You're Prometheus, forger of stars. That is what you're doing here. You're creating a light for others to see hope. When there's darkness around you, offer that light to those. And she motions for you to go, just kind of just like smack it, I guess. I don't know.
She tried.
Hold on. There we go. So what exactly am I going to smack?
The hammer against the anvil.
Okay. Then I guess I'll do it, but when I do it, I'll do. Yeah, I have no idea what I would even do with it, so I'll just smack the hammer against the anvil. I'll like.
As you do so, beautiful sparks erupt from the anvil. It's like a mini aurora borealis just happening right there. The covering of this dome immediately starts to part, and you can see beautiful starry night. As you smack it again, as nothing has happened, you watch as these tiny. Guys, just give me 1 second. I gotta move.
Is he pulling it out?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, pulling what out?
I'll say, in all my imagining what she might have been making, I did not think constellation.
That's fair.
This did not cross my mind. And Riss is like, that's so cool. How do we use a constellation? What does it do?
It's stars. People will see us for eternity. We don't do anything with it.
It's not like magic?
I mean,
Doesn't
it's
like it
magic.
affect
She literally rearranged the heavens, but like,
I have no idea if that is.
It may point in a useful direction.
I guess that's true.
Guys, I don't know what to do with Link now.
Ah!
neither does Ling.
You aren't wrong.
So I'm like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this cool hammer.
I mean,
Oh, you
just-
changed your name in here. That's awesome.
We'll see how Prometheus takes to being Forger of Stars.
That's pretty cool.
Are they fake stars?
Like, are these real stars?
Or did you
Prometheus, Forger of Stars, or Smith of the Cosmos, or like
Ooh.
like there's a few. There's a working title. It's, you know. I'll have my people draw something up. And by my people, I mean I'll sit in my room for a few hours doodling on a notebook.
You do have a secretary.
What?
You do have people.
Unless she died.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Your saleswoman.
that's what. Yeah, but I don't have a shop anymore at this point, technically. Well, we'll see how that turns out. I still won't have a shop anymore. There might be a business change. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. I've actually been thinking about it since last week.
Alright, there we go. Sorry, I remember how it works, so
Please
I had
no,
to relocate.
please don't do.
Gotcha.
Okay. Alright, so as your hammer slams down upon the anvil, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these condensed tiny stars shoot up into the night sky. And you watch as they just zoom high and high before they fill this gap where there's no stars, and they immediately just illuminate the sky. And it kind of gives that look. Like you see this just giant warhammer with a nice spike on the end of it as it lights up and then fades, and you can just see the constellation there. There's like this strange tingling in your hand, Prometheus, as this happens. You're not quite sure what's gone on. Nutala just looks and smiles. Larkspur, I'm just thinking maybe. Okay, I thought I tried thinking of cool names for all of you, something that the people would know, something that they could refer to you as by a set of members of the Praetorian Guard. I mean, that's cool, but an individual title. You're each are your own heroes. If you want to change them, I mean, by all means, go ahead and change them. But this is just what I wanted to call you. What I was thinking. And I was just thinking of maybe Larkspur, the Harmony's Grace, as your bonds bring comforts to those that are in need of it, those that can need rest and can bring them hope in their times of distress. You watch as Prometheus once again slams the hammer against the anvil. You watch as these tiny stars shoot up into the sky, and close by, in proximity, rather close to where Prometheus's constellation is. There's now this outline of a lyre there, and coming off of it are several notes. When it lights up for a moment, you can sort of see the entire picture before it fades away into a constellation. Wingshot, I know there's a lot going on with you right now, but I put some effort into yours. The Heaven's Eye, or the Heaven's Eyes. I don't know if you want to be plural or singular, but you always are floating around and you see everything from above. With that sight, you protect this empire. Prometheus once again slams the hammer against the anvil. These stars shoot up into the sky and gives the outlook of two eagle eyes that are Inrissa, I've known you at least a moment of time, but what I do know of you is quite light on your feet. You might just be quiet, but when you say something, it has an impact. It's, I came to know and help out two little orphans. You see orphans. You kind of did what you did. So I have respect for your trade, as long as it's used properly. So I wanted to give you the title of the Silent Whisper. Or you just let me know. Sorry, all of this can be changed. Like I said, kind of nervous. I just thought they sounded cool, kind of like those hero names. And it says, as Prometheus forges these small stars that shoot up into the sky, you get the outline of this dagger coming off of the hilts. There's this small little bell that's dangling from a string by it before it fades away. Looks at you, Absalom. I should have asked you earlier. I know that you're part of the Empire, but you also have your clan, and I didn't want to intrude or be disrespectful in any way. I have several ideas, but if you don't find the title appropriate, I won't give one to you. But if you wish to have one, and you don't think it would be offensive to you or your people, I would very much like to give you one. And it's your choice, of course.
I would love one.
This one was kind of tricky.
I probably should give you the thing. I didn't make it yet because I've been really busy getting ready to go back to school.
Oh, you're good.
But I'll make one.
Okay. No, the hero's tales that say Absalom the Strong or Absalom the Brave. But no, I want you each to have a title that people can know you by besides just your names. I thought long and hard about this, and since the beginning of this team, you've sort of been their leader, their captain. And you, all of you, I hope you don't take offense to this in any way. You all have demonstrated and shown what this empire truly stands for. But I think if the empire was put into a physical representation, it might be Absalom. That sounds weird, I know. But just, he's, as of right now, the strongest soldier that we have. So I would like to give you the title of the Pride of the Empire. You are its pride and joy. You all are. But when people think of what the Empire stands for and what it can do, well, in diplomatic situations and militaristic situations, you kind of embody that.
I'm doing the little Mr. T crying, single tear.
So what is your, if you were to have like a symbol for you, Absalom, what would it be?
Oh, that'd be hard. It would incorporate a dragon.
It's literally just Bahamut.
It's just Absalom flexing his muscles.
Well, no, I'm thinking I want it almost heraldic, so almost like, you know, a shield incorporated into the name with a heraldic dragon in there somewhere.
Alright.
And then, like, is this like a individual single symbol, or is this like a name?
Well, this is just like a symbol.
Okay. Then I think I would have a shield surrounded by several metallic dragons with like the clan name in there somewhere.
Okay. As Prometheus slams a hammer against the anvil, and this constellation begins to form in the sky. The joke. I guess Pride was right on the head. The nail on the head with that one. But
hey,
no offense. But it's you can see it as it lights up and then it settles. And as yours finishes and all of them have come to an end, they all are just beautiful, bright stars that everyone can see. There's not another star in the sky that outshines the ones that have just been created.
Whoa.
You watch as the anvil and the hammer just disappear.
Wait,
Yes, as you're still holding on to it.
wait. Could I have tried one more thing right after his?
What would you like to try?
I would like to, as you know, they're looking at Absalom's while it's still in my hand. I want to do one last swing. And I just want it to be... I'm going to envision this. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm just going to envision, like that stereotypical tavern mug filled to the brim with like the froth in the hands of a smiling dwarf.
Oh.
Full battle armor, like...
As you can feel the energy beginning to slip from your hands. And Tala reaches over, places her hand on yours, and the hand once again solidifies. And she looks at all of you, and just motions for you to join in. She's sacrificed for all of us. One by one. If you would like to, you can join in on this.
Join in, I guess.
Okay, all of you place your hands on each other. Finally,
And Riss is just
Wow.
like, "Ugh."
like, I don't know.
Good for you. Yeah. What are we doing?
You watch as the final constellation heads into the sky. The hammer disappears along with the anvil into that cosmic energy that just floats up into the heavens above. Well, this was it. If it wasn't what you were expecting, I'm sorry. I'm not really good with gifts, but I just wanted to give you guys a place that's away from the city to come to when you wanted to. And to let your names be... Things in paper and stories can get lost throughout time, but those are eternal. They will always know.
What do you mean not good with gifts? Those are stars.
I gave everyone a custom cutlery set last feast day, and they hated it, so I think you're better at gifts than I am.
To be fair, the last cutlery you used, I really liked, but then again, it was a sword, so...
That's so cool.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And you watch as she goes and starts rifling through a small pouch that she has on her hand. This, and she watches, she pulls out this familiar looking orb to many of you. This belonged to you, Ling. I modified it slightly.
It's yours here.
And you see it's smaller.
Keep it away from me!
Can she actually use it now?
Yeah, she can. I changed some of the properties, and I also added some cool details to it. Ling, can I see your crossbow? for
It's
a
just
second?
full of nacho cheese. Nova has just appeared, just...
Ling will hand over her crossbow.
As you do so, you watch as she sets it. It condenses into like this small bead that you can load into it, and you can fire it and bring it back, and fire it again, and activate it as you wish. Kind of played with it a little bit for you. Depending on what creature you're fighting, you can fire it at them, and then it can get launched into them, and then just, kind of disintegrate anything that it's touching. I thought you might like that. It's not saying I don't have gifts for the rest of you, but with what I've heard, Ling, and it looks like all of you have kind of more or less gotten gifts or items. Ling kind of got chipped in all of that, to be honest. So I wanted her to
Yeah.
have that. So this is for you.
Ling will nod.
By the way, Ling, are you all right from what I did earlier?
Yeah, if y'all are looking more mechanical than you, that makes sense.
I think you broke her ass.
I'm just gonna go and give Ling a hug.
Aw.
Oh, I knew this would happen. I just take the memory of French, but wait, I'm just kidding. I can't do that.
Guys, I feel like Ling is gonna. I don't know about this, but right now, Ling is probably going to. I don't know. I'm kind of seeing Ling as overdoser on calm.
On calm emotion.
He's gonna calm emotions through some.
Oh my gosh. It's a new drug.
Well,
Serenity.
5th level calm emotions every chance she can.
Actually, what's the duration on that?
as you're looking that up, Natalia, you have time. I have things to do.
Oh, shoot.
I'm
Only a
going to
minute?
go get Timothy and Amanda. Keep them safe. Nora's mother also. I think there's someone outside that wants to talk to some of you. So,
What?
I'm going to excuse myself. She's at the front door. I hope you all enjoyed. If there's anything I can do for you, just message me and I'll let you know. I'll do what I can. She just goes around and gives each one of you a hug.
I'm gonna squeeze. So I have newfound strength now that I didn't have before, so I may squeeze a little too tightly.
She does not seem to care.
I have diminished strength, so I have the opposite. I need to get a greater restoration one of these days.
Are you asking her for it?
No, I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, okay, okay.
I realized that. I'm like, crap, I still have -2.
You watch as she sort of meanders over to the center of the room. Almost a golden ethereal wings sprout from her back and just surround her body, and she disappears.
Whoa.
Oh, this
You guys
is not.
there?
This music did not go where I wanted. Okay. It's fine.
Are you sure? It's intense enough.
I mean,
Oh.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. I'm gonna go see who's outside. Sneaky, so they don't see me first.
All right, roll stealth check.
$29.
Yeah,
Relatively low.
relative.
You rolled a 15.
Yeah,
It's relatively low. Wow.
You only get your passive perception by 1. It's so low.
Well, relatively. I can't even see you ever. Like,
Maybe after I read a book, I'll be able to.
that's no.
As you sneak out, everyone's just still sort of there. There, see Nevaeh. Outside.
Oh. Oh,
I'm sorry,
Where'd she
you
go?
said some. Who was it?
Nevaeh.
Where'd the DM go?
Oh, Ling answered, so.
He went to
Oh, okay. I
Nevaeh.
wasn't sure it was right.
Oh, that's
Okay. I'll go up to her. Not hiding anymore.
Ah, where'd you come from?
I just appear in front of her.
Ah, stab. But don't do that.
Isn't Nevaeh also the Nighthawk?
Yes.
It's also Katrina. Yeah, anyway.
You're right.
Okay,
It'd be
I'll,
more
I'll
like
also
punch.
go answer
Wait.
the door.
So is she in Nevaeh's face or Katrina's face?
She's in Nevaeh's base right now. As you were the first one to go. Might have seen you, might not have. You don't know. Perception.
Alright. So yeah, I walk up to her, hiding.
You're quite good at that.
Yeah. What's with the face?
I just thought you might want a familiar face to look at. If not, I can change it.
I don't care what face you.
Okay. I'll. What is Inris's demeanor when she said that? Was it?
She's kind of offended.
Okay. Okay. You watch as her face shifts and she becomes that of what you recognize as the Nighthawk. Can you walk with me for a moment?
Is this even your real face? Anybody know?
This one, it is.
No,
Like-
leave her. Inside check.
Okay.
17.
From what you know, she's kind of a secretive person at this point, but she doesn't seem to be hiding anything.
Okay.
You've learned to pick up on subtle cues and whatnot with people that are trying to hide information. Right now, she's not. Watching, she reaches back to her long black hair that's been in a ponytail and pulls it free and just lets it loose. This is quite a beautiful view.
Yep.
You deserve it.
Thanks. What are you here?
Well, I said you wanted to talk, and I said I would talk. Things got a little busy, but this is me coming to talk.
It's true. Guess
She walks up, and there's some trees growing here on this hillside, and she just sits down, leans back up against it, looking out over Rectum still, and leaves space for you to come sit by her if you wish. I first off need to apologize to you about that incident that happened in the bar a couple weeks ago.
I think that's what you need to apologize.
No, it's one of the things. Not all of them, but one of them.
All right.
Watch as she pulls out one of the necklaces that Natala had given you all. I slipped and wasn't wearing mine, and I didn't want wandering eyes to know what was going on.
Fair enough.
Are you gonna come sit? If not, I kind of felt a little awkward just sitting here on my own. I'll stand if
Yeah.
she sit by her. She just sits in silence for a little while. I have to say, I have been going after Borgo for 10 years. I'm impressed. There's a little part of me that my pride's a little hurt that I wasn't able to bring him down. But with that, there's a sense of pride. In you? Remember you being just this little girl. But you've grown. You've grown a lot. I might not amount to much. I left you. There
Yeah.
were some things that I found out, and my cover was almost blown. So I kind of had to get out of there quickly. But she reaches into her pocket. You watch as she pulls out just this would probably be like, as you having been in slavery with another girl, just these little tiny toys for chances that you guys would have had to play together. She pulls one out. You recognize that as one that you two would play with together when you had the chance. I've kept this with me all this time. If you wanted it, you can have it.
About it. Yeah. And it's not like I got to keep.
DM, this is probably about when Prometheus be like, well, I guess we should go find whoever's at the door. I don't know where Narissa went, but I guess we should go.
Okay. You guys, you imagine going to a door, and the door just, you find yourself on the ground level, and there's a door there. You open it up, and there's no one there. And Narissa's not there either.
Are we in the palace?
No, you're not in the palace. You were outside your guys' keep.
Oh, yeah, like we have a whole place now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I guess everyone go find the places? Is that where Narissa is? What if she's taking the good room?
We have different rooms.
Yeah, but what if she's going through our stuff? I run to the I run trying to find a forge.
Okay, sounds good. As you're doing that, Prometheus, we'll come back to Narissa. Nevaeh's pulled out this dagger now. Is just kind of bouncing it in between two of her fingers, kind of nervous, or just like as an anxious action. I know there's probably not a lot I can do to get your forgiveness for everything, but I see where you were. I saw where you were. And seeing where you are now. If you want, I want you to help me take them down. You and me.
Oh yeah,
I
they're
stick you.
high on my.
There are things that you can do that I can't. I have my own set of skills. But years of training I've had, you almost defied me. I almost didn't see you out here. There's only been one other
I can't hear
person.
you very well, DM.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. Can you hear me now?
It's about the same. There was someone's keyboard.
Oh, don't. I'll mute myself. Sorry.
How dare you, note taker?
Can you say the last bit again?
Yeah, she was saying how over the years of her training, she has been. There's only been how she almost didn't catch you coming up to like talk to her. There's been only one other person in her life that she has not been able to find, like as far as people trying to be sneaky. I don't have that skill, and that's something that we need to take them down. So,
Yeah, I imagine it'd be helpful.
don't know if you want to do it now. I'm ready to take them down. They're terrible people, done terrible things to countless lives.
When you say now, do you mean now?
Whenever you're ready.
Well, I happen to know where to find. I don't know what you've been, but I happen to know where a map of their like their sanctum or whatever.
She's been tried to stay pretty straight faced this entire time, but you sense that you see like there's this small glimpse of excitement in her eyes as you say that.
And I think that's where we're headed, Grimgar. These guys and me. Frankly, I'm not really sure how I got onto the team.
Well, you're on it,
Yeah, seems so.
but if you ever get tired of them or want to change of teams or even just want to work with someone else, I could use a partner.
I don't know about that.
That's fair.
I mean, I get it, you have your job and whatever, but when it comes down to it, you left me to die, and I'm not leaving them for you. No, I mean, I'm glad you're alive and whatever.
That's fair.
I can't make myself believe you wouldn't again.
Can I prove myself to you?
I don't know.
Whenever you are ready, you all head to Grimgard, which is that's gonna be a challenge in and of itself. With the whatever's been happening in the worlds, the place has been locked up tight, and there's been no word in or out of it for over a month now.
Oh, wow.
None of my informants. No one. But for one strange man who managed to make it out into Reclam.
So that weird dude that was in the anti-magic jail.
Yes, I'm impressed that you know about him, but at this point, nothing should surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of random stuff.
Useful. When we find out more information from him, let me come with you guys. Let me show you that I won't leave you again.
Come with us to Grimgard?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll let you know when we're leaving.
Thank you.
What am I supposed to call you? I'm not calling you now.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I mean,
it's not a real
don't-
name.
I have lots of names. Nighthawk. Kind of cool title, I guess.
It's a good title, but I'm not like calling that and
My actual name is Amara.
I'm guessing you don't want me spreading that around.
Preferably not.
Alright.
But if it slips, I'll know it came from you, and it's okay. I'll just take care of the people that know about it, not you.
That's fair. I'm pretty good at keeping secrets.
Like what?
Good one.
pass the test. First one. You might be able to make something spectacular out of you, yeah.
I mean, I have a
Absolutely.
constellation.
You do.
You're
Very
flexible.
beautiful.
Ah. Also, I have like the soul of a dream god. I've done a lot of cool stuff, okay?
Wow. I apparently chose the wrong path in life. It's okay. Watch as she stands up and brushes off her pant legs. Well, let me know when you're heading out.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
I'll be doing some research. I'll keep you guys informed. You keep me informed. Okay?
You got it.
She looks at you. There's just this proud smile on her face as she just looks at you. She walks off.
I'm going to sneak back into the keep, into
Okay.
my room.
Alright,
It's a 31.
no problem.
I feel like that's probably sufficiently sneaky.
Because of what time it is, we're gonna do just little because I love doing this to you guys, ending on fun ways. We're gonna do a slight time skip.
Ooh.
We'll come back to whatever the rest of you guys want to be doing, just to keep you guys thinking. Slight time skip.
I'm already thinking.
As you all are getting ready to retire to bed in your new keep, your new rooms, kind of off in Grimgard, there seems to be a little bit of celebration. And fireworks shooting off into the sky.
You mean in Reclam?
Reclam, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can see into Grimgard.
Reclam.
Even if Ling was heaven's like
Woo! You all get ready to head to bed.
Yeah.
We'll go back. You guys can do what you want to do. But right before you go to bed, and Marissa, there's just a strange chill in your body.
Ugh.
And it's just uncomfortable.
Surgeon, is that you?
And you don't know. The rest of you just have a slight uneasiness about you. Could be because is Atropius actually gone? Are you gonna sleep? What is it? But there's also this calm. Which is just this feeling. Not all of you. Prometheus, as you're gone through a long day. And rest finally takes you. You find yourself in a tavern. You are sitting at the bar. Can't remember what's going on. What's happening. And you hear the voice of the bard Keith speak to you. We need to talk, Prometheus. The voice shakes you to your core as you recognize it as Prometheus's. Oh, not Prometheus, the surgeon's voice. You look up and you see Surgeon as a young teenage boy.
I just want to point out that I cast those spells into the ring before I went to bed, so that's why they're in there. for everyone confused.
I
Also,
was like, what?
yeah, it was empty. I needed something in it. So it's a young. How old as a younger surgeon?
I think the DM says his computer crashed.
Butts? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, in the Facebook.
We'll leave off there.
So we have to leave off there.
Oh, that is.
Cliffhanger.
That's what I call a cliffhanger. Oh, well, this is where I'm going to end the recording, everyone.
I'm using my phone. Just a second. My phone.
Oh, I almost hit done.
Don't end-
Okay, I didn't do it yet.
Sorry. I didn't know if it was gonna work or not, but it worked.
Okay.
Okay. So
How old does younger surgeon look?
18, 19.
So like right around the time when he was finally, well, no, because he would have been moving up in the ranks by that, I'm assuming. So okay, I'm just gonna be like, is this because your mom gave me your diary?
Finally got that. No. Let's just talk. No violence. No hate. No malice. Just a conversation.
Well, then
You and me.
shouldn't you like come over to the other side of the bar so we can like sit next to each other, type thing? It's kind of weird to talk to you as a bartender, you know.
You and I both know that this is just a dream.
Is it
And
just
I
a
have an
dream?
offer to make. I'm sure she wants her soul back, or the part that I have. I don't want it anymore. I want to set up a trade. Tomorrow, if possible. Just you and me and her. No funny business. We'll take care of things. What do you say? You watch the surgeon's hand just extends to shake your hand.
Well, I know what you're offering, but what do you want in return?
Oh, just a second. Let me. Sorry, that's not working. Oh well. Well, that's part of the surprise. Nothing mean or malicious. You know what? How about we just talk? That can be what's in return. I'll give her soul back. You'll just meet with me.
I'm just gonna sort of like chuckle and then shake his hand.
Alright. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Would have reminded Arissa to. So I know about the property of the knife, that if it's by you, that it can cause weird things with dreams.
No. As far as I know, I'm the only one who knows that, and I don't know if I reminded her of that.
Would I know of it because I'm attuned to it?
Yes, you would.
Huh.
Okay, because if I had known, I would have been like, all right, well, keep in mind there's now a dream god in there, so that makes it even worse, but...
Every night, she just has to deal with him again. She's like, I killed you. Why do I still have to deal with you?
I just have to put it 6 feet away from me. And then it's not a problem. So it's
You
only
know-
a problem if I'm somewhere that I think someone could steal it.
You know who wouldn't have a problem with that knife?
Who?
Absalom, because he would just put it in a pocket dimension.
True.
Or Ling, who could put it in
Yeah.
her... Oh my gosh, that's what I was gonna do today. I was gonna be like,
oh, work on links.
no, before Absalom broke Ling, I was gonna be like, hey Ling, come with me, because when I finally have time, let's empty out those massive crates from Borgo's warehouse. You know,
You guys, like I said, we did a time skip. If you guys want to do that, starting next week, if that's how you want to start out, we can definitely do that.
you know what?
I just
That's
wanted to-
perfect.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really mad that this guiding bolt I cast into the ring rolled this well, because it better roll that well when it gets used from the ring. Like, that's ridicky donkey.
Oh wow, yeah, that's great.
That makes me so mad. That's just a regular
Okay.
regular
That's almost
guiding
the
bolt at
perf-
first level.
Wow.
I'm so mad. I've cast this spell at 7th level and still failed. Like,
That's funny. That's funny.
oh
Oh,
well.
that was a good little mini sesh.
Yes.